Beat Saber has a god-awful campaign. I was looking through my achievements on the game, seeing if I could easily get 100% completion, and there were 5 achievements that I have not gotten yet. There were 2 which I can get quickly, they're just using some modifiers that nobody uses. Then there is the You Are Ready, which is literally just completing the tutorial. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of forgot that the game even had a tutorial, but that achievement is also an easy grab. Now, with those 3 out of the way, there was only 2 more achievements that I hadn't gotten. And these have to be some of the most frustrating achievements to hunt in the game. They aren't hard. They're actually the opposite, in fact. They are really, really easy. Did I mention that there are levels which literally force you to play badly? I'm not even joking. 12A and 12C force you to make tiny swings by setting a maximum distance your hands can travel. You know, in a game all about moving your hands, 14B is even more blatant by giving you the requirement of missing at least 6 times, 3 bad cuts plus another 3 complete misses. Finally, the worst one that I found is level 18, which will fail you if you build up too big of a combo. They set a max of 25 combo. What company is actively forcing the player to play poorly? Imagine if back when Halo was still relevant, they released a campaign where you had to die at least 3 times in a mission, or you were only allowed to hit like a maximum of 25 headshots. It's just bad design at that point. Okay, but for the achievement and the 100%, surely you just cope through the campaign and it'll be over and you would have gotten the 100%. Luckily for us, we know exactly how long it takes to beat the campaign, because there are actual speedruns for it. Those are dumb in their own way, because pretty much the only time saves are in menu navigation, but that's a completely different topic. Let's just see how much time this will take us. 51 minutes. If you want to 100% the game, you will have to sit through at least 51 minutes of easy to hard songs. But don't forget, that's just to beat the final level in the campaign. The last achievement is to beat every level in the campaign. When beating the campaign, you will normally be able to skip a good portion of maps on your way to the final level, but now, for the 100%, you will have to spend even more time playing these stupid ass challenges. Also, by the way, if you want to get a world record, there are currently no attempts at the all levels category speedrun, mainly because it's such a pointless speedrun, but you know, it's there if you want it. All that being said, Beat Saber has the potential for a really good campaign. They just need to make the difficulty curve a lot steeper and make the requirements actually encourage good play instead of bad play. But it's a shame that that doesn't exist. It does exist, and it's called the ACC Campaign. It utilizes a community-made mod called CustomCampaigns and is fitted out with 3 different paths, milestones, a Discord server with a thriving community, a wiki for how to improve, a leaderboard for ranked play, and rewards. Yeah, this campaign has rewards to give out. This is honestly one of the coolest things that I've seen created in Beat Saber to date. I would recommend checking this out if you have the game, but I will warn you, this campaign is hard, like really hard. My global rank it's not where I'd like it to be, but it's 1,250, and I was struggling a lot, even with just the first milestone. And there are like 3 or 4, 5 I think milestones above this, and I don't think anybody's actually beaten the highest milestone. Today I decided I'm gonna see how much in-game time it will take me to get to the first milestone. I just want to shout out this saber that I've got. It's so cool. Look at this. Custom made saber. It was made by Estelic. DM me if you want them to also make you something. Honestly, dream saber right here. Anyway, back to the actual video. Basically, Beat Saber campaign, the default campaign, sucks ass. So I got a mod which gives custom campaigns. There is a campaign called the ACC Campaign. I want to see how fast I can speedrun the milestone. Basically, ACC is measured in a couple of ways. So to get a good ACC, you need 100 degrees before swing, and then once you hit the block, you need to follow through 60 degrees afterwards. That's how you get the first 100 points, and then the bonus 15 points. This is the block. If you hit here, then you'll get like 0 points, but if you hit here, you'll get the bonus points. Okay, a minimum accuracy of 97. Let's start the timer now.
There's a few other things to take into consideration when doing AC. So A, there's a thing called hilting, where you hit it with the base of the saber instead of the end. And that's just because the end of the saber is further away from where your hand is actually, so it's harder to control where it is. Another thing which I didn't know about is, I guess, time dependency. Well, I watched a YouTube video on it just recently. But time dependency pretty much just means that the way you swing, like the angle at which you approach the note, will definitely make the actual, like the chance of getting a better AC on it a lot better. Yeah, but you want to hit, if the block's coming at you like this, you want to hit it so that no matter where the block is, you're going to get a full points for it. Like if you were to swing like this and the block's coming this way, to get the stand of the block, you have to get the perfect timing. If the block's coming like this, you can just, and no matter where the block is, you're going to hit it. So that's what you kind of want to aim for. Alright, what should I do? True AC, Tech AC, Standard. True AC is scary. That's a 98%. I should do Tech. Let's see what we can do.
I quickly found the path I would mainly go down out of the three options: True AC, Standard AC, and Tech AC. True and Standard required too high of an accuracy for what I could currently do. However, the Tech percentages were slightly lower since the patterns and notes per second were slightly harder to get good accuracy on. So I thought that was perfect for me.
Okay, there we go. I nearly messed it up. People have said that my AC is way better for what I should be at in my global placement. It's like atrocious compared to my AC. I've been limited by can't do speed. So that has been a huge dent, but you know, with AC it's fine. What the fuck? 97.9?
Here was my first proper roadblock. I'd managed to fly through the first couple of levels, but now I'm faced with a minimum percentage of 97.9%. I found a good strategy was to switch to the other AC paths available. My plan was to use the slower songs with more strict accuracy requirements to hopefully train and trick my brain into keeping that accuracy when I move back to the tech paths. I originally wanted to use the real time for the speedrun, but that dream got cut short very quickly. I didn't expect this. In my head I was just thinking that AC doesn't actually require much stamina, but it actually requires a decent bit of mental stamina in a way. I'll notice that after a while I'll be playing and then I'll start to get worse accuracy. So instead of driving myself into a hole, I decided it would be best to take my in-game time and to take resets to allow my concentration to come back to me.
7.9 is wild. I cannot do that.
When I'm actively locked in with my concentration, I get some really good scores, but that concentration just ends up faltering. If I was able to convince my brain to focus for the entire song and to not lose that focus, then I actually have a chance of beating these maps. That was when I thought to change up my hit score visualizer settings to make the numbers that were over 111 to just not show up at all. This sounds like a dumb idea because by doing this, I have the potential to throw myself off and to get confused. However, if it was subtle enough, it would ever so slightly take me out of my comfort zone and could potentially raise my accuracy.
What's the next one? I'm curious. This is just... I'm gonna take a break now. What? No, you're joking. The next one is a 97.65. How many notes per second? This better be high. What is this? It's less notes per second and a higher accuracy, or lower accuracy by a lot. I need the other hit score visualizer. I think that's a lot better than that one.
After playing some more with the new hit score visualizer settings, I fell back into being too comfortable. Now it's my cue to switch back to the old settings. It's kind of crazy that I've kind of trained my brain to get a short boost of concentration. As weird as that sounds, but that's going to be very valuable for the future.
Doing so well and I wasn't.
These next couple of maps looked easier since the accuracy bar was much lower. It's still accuracy tick. It doesn't matter if you hit the notes. You must cut perfectly in the center of each block, which with these ever so slightly trickier angles was gonna prove to be very difficult. About here was when I started to really appreciate the skill of some of the top players on the normal ranked leaderboards. These levels I was playing were about 3 to 4 star difficulty maps, and I was only just barely able to get 98% accuracy on these. Meanwhile, the people in the top 50 global have top plays in the 8 to 9 star range with better accuracy than I can get on these. It's honestly kind of surreal and crazy what the community has managed to do and what the players have been able to do.
Last one. Another 97.65. Okay. Okay, well then, that's it. No! I need to beat that. Okay, relax. It's a 97% accuracy. I just have to not fuck up every single note.
Yep, I had thought that the milestone marker was just that. It was just a marker, but it was actually one last boss level to beat before I would be given the mercenary role and the first milestone would be mine. However, I had the passion to beat this right now. All I had to do was get a 97% accuracy or better. That's a lot better than the previous ones of like 97.85 and 97.9. The downsides though was that this map was much longer than the previous maps, being 4 whole minutes, requiring me to hold a full concentration for the entire time, and the song even had more notes per second. However, I was feeling good. I knew that I could do this, because this song is a banger.
There we go. I am a mercenary. I don't know how long that took. I mean, my act is alright. Better than the people around my, 1000 rank. Feels good. Alright then, time to get my rank. Okay.
And just like that, in barely under 2 hours of gameplay, I've climbed to the first milestone. I still have a long way to go to climb the accuracy leaderboards, but I've also learned a few new things to improve my accuracy, such as hilting, time dependency, and how important concentration is in accuracy. If you like this video, consider checking out my other ranked videos as I climb to #1 in my country, New Zealand. I'm currently 8th, and the grind will never stop.